Hey guys, it's been a very long time since I've done one of these, but I'm sort of back into this game now, and I'm going to go over not a new deck, but one of the old ones that I've been working on for a long time to rare out. But here we go. This is Chris, not exactly. It's very similar to Chris Bowling's Perfect Circle deck from Dad Format 2008. This was like the last iteration of the deck that was playable. We start off with 3 Rise of the Storm Monarch. This card was insane. It was so good. It definitely got worse when Dark Arm came out, obviously, but until then, it ran the format. It was limited to 1 after this. On the very next list, actually, we have 2 Light and Darkness Dragon. This card was really difficult to handle at the time. That's pretty much it. It was a crazy good tribute, and it could bring back a Diamond Dude or Disc Commander. Sorry, Plasma. If they didn't have a Lightning Vortex, and this had a monster attached, there was no way to beat this card in Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. It was so difficult. You had to brain control it and tribute it off or something. It was really hard to handle. Now we get into the rest of the hero package. So Stratos, 2 Malicious, Disc Commander, and double Fearmonger. So Fearmonger was before Dark. This was played in Dark Arm format, but I play this in the era of Perfect Circle. There was a lot of set monsters, and there wasn't 1-turn hits where you just lost on turn 1 yet. It did happen no, actually I don't remember that ever happening then, but so it was easier to set monsters and maybe get value out of them. Sangad. We have Cyber Dragon, Snipe Hunter, one of the best cards in the deck in the whole game ever, Treeborn Frog, Morphing Jar, that should still be banned. I agree with that one. Breaker. We have Spirit Reaper, which is pretty crazy to me to think that this card's at 3 now and doesn't see play, just because I've been out of it for so long. Marshmallow, I think it was at 3 the last time I played though. DD Crow. And now we go on to the spells. The DD Crow was this was always a tech card that I think a majority of people played. Actually, it wasn't so much a tech card, but it could also be a crush card target, and that was very relevant for those who had crush card at the time. 3 Destiny Draw. This is crazy. They limited it to 2 at one point, but it didn't really hurt it at all. People still played the engine. So we have 2 Reinforcement of the Army. Gold Sarcophagus. This was another one that was if you had the prize card, you were able to play it. Otherwise, you can't. And its main focus was to grab Crush card, Rhoda, Premature Burial, Ryza, one of your power cards, depending on what the situation said. On turn 1, it was, once again, depending on your hand, it could have been a Rhoda to get a Stratos and get that engine rolling. It could have been a Preemie. We have Soul Exchange. This helps out with the Light and Darkness Dragons and the Plasma. And, Ryza. At the time, you could, Soul Exchange at Ryza and then, send something else to the top. Soul Exchange just that monster, spin Ryza. Brain Control. That one's pretty self-explanatory. It was just a staple. Foolish Burial. This sent Frog to the graveyard. And could also send Malicious or Disc Commander to help with Crush card. Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon. These are all just staples at the time. Premature Burial, Scapegoat, and I think this would have been played maybe either way, but it certainly helped to flip this in phase and make a Plasma. Pot of Avarice. I wish this card would come back. There's no chance of it ever coming back though. So yeah, this card is too strong. Now we go to the traps, and we start with 2 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. These cards just give you crazy tempo, and they also put your Disc Commander or your Malicious or your Treeborn Frog into the graveyard, and that was gigantic. We have Trap Dust Shoot, Crush Card Virus, and Mind Crush. These were if you ever had all 3 of these on 1 turn, you were probably accused of being a cheater in that format. It's pretty brutal to play against 2 of these, let alone 3. 1 usually sets the tone of an entire game, but being able to look at your opponent's hand, send back a monster less than 15, kill the other 15s and then hit a spell or trap after it all resolves. Yeah, that wasn't that wasn't ideal to do. And then we played the other two like staples. This was, you know, you don't really have to say why these cards are good. They're just so amazing. This card's at 3 now and doesn't see play, and I'm actually surprised by that. I know the format is fast and there's ways to pop cards, but I mean, it generates so much advantage that it's crazy to me that it doesn't see play. I guess Cerberus, I think that's the one that shuts it down. And this card would often grab back, like, obviously Disc Commander was the biggest target, but it could also hit like a Sangan if they tried to Space Typhoon it or something. But yeah, just wanted to do an old school format video. Hopefully y'all liked it. This was the deck that I play the most if I play old school formats. And yeah, thanks for watching.